Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks, today with part 2 of assembling Mould King's Lamborghini Sian here in baby blue. Model number is 13056 and nearly 4000 pieces are waiting for us. This here has power functions and this is a completely self-designed set from Mould King. That's really rare because mostly they copy mocks or they're stealing mocks or copying other brands and just change a little bit. But here this is their own design. They made new form parts like the mud guards here. And I believe here at the back is a one unique form part too. They even designed a new Technic beam here. First I thought this will be, there are two 3-length Technic pins, Technic beams lying together, and I was surprised that they are really one piece. Okay, underneath here we have, this is what I assembled 1 to 5, this is 6 or half 6 or 7. Oh man, I lost it. Okay, under the hood here sits the power function, Bluetooth RC connector box. You start building or assembling the front axle, then attach here the spoiler, the front, then attach the mechanism here for the wing doors, attach here our transmission, everything. And now I'm starting to assemble. This here is the new differential that Lego has too, an old differential, interesting mix. Here the rear axle has only 2 suspensions, the front axle has 4. That's unusual, but okay. So far everything is fine. I hope at the end everything is working. That will be a big surprise. Okay, so I start. Oh, okay. It's really complex, but good to build. And the quality of the bricks is awesome. It's Gosam bricks. The instruction is okay. There are 2-3 points where you don't see exactly where to assemble the things, or sometimes you need this not for the force, but to hold things deep inside and put an axle through. So it is not really necessary, but it makes things a lot more easier. A lot more easier. Okay, so let's have fun to finish this big boy here. We have the new Black Furious power functions, 2XL, 1L and 1 servo. In the last take I was moaning about the rear axle has only 2 suspension and now we have 4. Okay, that was surprising that you attach them here before you build all this here, or after you build all the right part here and then you attach this. That's really surprising. Okay, here we have the, oh man, mew, ambulance, police, fire, I don't know. Okay, here we have the aerodynamics of the bag. That's nicely made. This is really unusual build, this car. Some things are, you get used or you know from Lego or other Technic mocks, and then there are really some parts when you assemble it you say, wow, never thought about this possibility. That's really totally different. Okay, a nice approach from Mould King, and I hope when this works, I hope they make more of their own designs and not only steal mocks. That would be really nice. I connected the parts, as you see. They run perfectly I have to look when perhaps I have to use the gears to combine A and B. I can't combine it with the normal version. We will see. So far, I'm really happy to get this connected. It was not easy because I made a mistake. Here, when you see these two gears, underneath this is a red one, but it isn't fixed. And I fixed it with a pin because I thought, okay, they missed the pin, but it's meant to be loose because you bring in the X from behind. It's not easy because this gear sits not tight. It's not easy to target the hole of the gear, the X hole, but after the fourth or fifth try, I managed it. This is really the most difficult part of the build. The rest, just bring the connectors and the axes straight, and then it fits together. It's not easy to bring these parts together, really not easy. It's a little bit worse than with the Bugatti, but okay, we managed it. So this is another art of building, another way to building, no, not another art, another way with longer axles, with stopper. And here's a rubber band holding the thing together. That's unique. Okay, I try to connect it and hopefully it moves with the wheels. Oh, for me there was a long break. The last take, 12 days now. Okay, first I was missing one bag, and then I was at a vacation at my mom's, and when I got back I got the missing pieces, but then I decided to build another model first. So after 12 days now here it's going with the Lamborghini. Yeah. Okay, I know you guys are waiting for this. So sorry. Here are the two seats, and they are, you see there's missing something because here where the power goes through, and I hope I get this assembled. So in the next takes I have to decide what I do with the cables. I hate the cables management in these Technicars, but I have to find a way. Okay, so let's assemble here our seats. After another hour, I assembled here the rear spoiler and the diffusers and all the aerodynamic rear view here. And this is really not so easy as it looks. Many parts. It's really massive with 2x3 bricks, 9 or 10 in it and so on. So this is a really massive spoiler. Here we have two sprayed chrome parts for the exhausts. So nice. This is a really big car. Man. So the rear spoiler here got some additional parts for the unique shape of this car. This here is new, and that, and then here this big part. It's assembled in 3 separate builds, assembled together and then clicked in on the side here, and that's really cool. That's really cool. Interesting building techniques, because the combination of system and technique does a great job, and you have a lot of different building techniques. Oh, like I said in the last take, you mostly build bigger parts and then assemble it, not only 3, 4, 5, and you mostly build bigger structures like this here, you see it here. And here we have the new mold. This here, this is a form piece that is exclusive, I believe, for Mould King. This here is exclusive for Mould King. This here I don't know. This here I don't know. And this is the unique Technic beam they made for the set. So they really put a lot of effort in the set. That's not normally Mould King takes a mock, make just some adjustments, make new instructions and sell it. But here they designed it themselves, made new parts, and this is really an attack to Lego, because Lego has nearly the same model. So it depends on your eye, what please your eye more, this version or the Lego version. But in this version you have a lot of unique things, and it's motorized for 170 and not motorized for 380. So this is really, really, really an attack to Lego, and I believe it's successful. I believe the blue or the green one is at the moment out of stock, and Mould King produces another 10,000, I heard. So this set must sell good. Sorry for the end of the last take. My children came down the stairs and my wife want that you don't hear them in the video stepping around. But children, what could you do? Okay, here I assembled the cover of the engine. And now we already have the really unique stealth look of the Lamborghini. So not much to do. 2 doors, a little bit of interior, and the 2 mudguards in the front. And of course 4 rims. So, and after lots of hours, here is finished. The 2 doors are very heavy, very thick, and they're just adjusted with 2 pins to the door mechanism. Then the rest of the assembly was this here, and the key. If you have the static version, you can use the key. Just remove here, I believe this here. This panel you have to remove. There's a plug-in, and then you can rotate the hex spoiler and the doors. Okay, so we have a lot of pieces over. These are nearly 300 pieces here. That's amazing. Okay, these here are for another set. I opened the bag accidentally, but all the technic stuff, it's really amazing how many pieces are over. Because this is one of the worst packed sets I have ever had. Because 10 building steps, 12 bags. Sometimes I have number 11 and 12 and 20 bags with no number. This is the worst packed set. But Lei showed me pictures from the new version, and that seems to be packed already good. So okay, so I already tested some features. It's driving, but not so fast. That's really he's slow. He is slow. That's the weight. The 2XL engines are okay, but that's the weight. So for me, it's okay, it's driving, but for me it's not fast enough. The doors, the left door here works pretty well, with no issues. The right door has a problem that this X here is at least a little bit too short, and so the joint here slips from the X. And so this door, you must be lucky that it slips not, but it works. The spoiler works too. Slow, but it works. The mechanism for the doors is here, and here is for the spoiler. That's 1 engine, 1 motor for the doors and the spoiler, and 2 motors for the driving and the servo, of course. So, okay, so far my final thoughts are in the review, but so far this is a really good model, because it's the first time that Mould King make a own model since longer time. I believe this looks better. That's the first time since the law. In the beginning they made some own sets, then they copied only mocks, and this is their first new own development, and it's a good one. It's really a good one. If you like more the Lego version or this version, depends on your favor, but the set is an absolutely cool set, absolutely good. Instructions are okay, and the set is good, everything works, so I have no problems with that. Is the green version better or the blue one? That's your personal favor, but I get used to the blue here, the baby blue. After 12 hours here with the car, I'm really get used to the baby blue. Okay, the rest, how it's driving and the spoiler and everything, I show you in the review part. Okay, thank you for watching. I'm Frank from the Brick Freaks, and the Lamborghini is done. Next Technic set will be the Royal Koenigsegg Agera.